Hello, hello, and hello. Let's talk about it. What are we talking about today? Actually, I have two different topics, but I'm going to talk about one right now, and then I'm going to talk about my other topic, my podcast. I'm so excited. I finally started my podcast this weekend, and I did my first initial podcast yesterday afternoon. So just really excited about that. So the title of this today is called I wrote it down. Just because you're down doesn't mean you have to stay down. So me talking about that, let me go into a little bit more detail so you can understand why I gave I gave this video that title. I got a cold like Thursday. Like it started feeling really bad, and usually I just get in the bed and just like succumb to it. Like I'm just gonna just be sick because I'm sick, right? And I was like, you know what? I don't have to look like I feel. I felt bad, but I got up, I got dressed, put makeup on, everything, the whole nine, and I got my day going. Went by Starbucks. They had this drink called the Medicine Ball, and I tell you, it makes you feel, it helps. It helps so much. So I went and got the same ingredients that they have in there. It's like two different teas. It's like peach tea and a citrus tea. So I got those two teas from Walmart today, and I'm gonna make my own tea because Starbucks can be pricey going every day. So anyway, that drink kind of like it helped me. It helped me. Of course, I'm taking medicine, but like during the daytime, you just want something. You don't want water. You don't want juice. But I like drinking warm tea, so that helped me. And so the moral of the story is, a lot of times when we're going through life, we're going through our trials, our tribulations, we just lay down in it. And a lot of times I did that. I did that when I was going through stuff. I just wanted to just be by myself. I wanted to just listen to sad music and just be depressed and just not talk to anybody, not even be around anybody, because I wanted to constantly play those memories, those moments, those memories back in my head, and that was just only making me feel worse than I already did. And I think a lot of times we do that to ourselves, and without even realizing it. You feeling sad because you're constantly thinking about stuff that got you to this point, right? So if I just laid down and be like, well, yeah, I'm sick, I don't feel good, and if I had just laid down and just, I probably wouldn't be feeling like I feel now. I got up, got dressed, and kept it pushing. In life, stuff is gonna come. It's gonna come at you. It is. You can't lay down and just beat me up. Just have your way with me. No, you gotta fight back, right? Put my boxing gloves on and start fighting back. My fighting back was not just laying down in the bed. I still had stuff I wanted to do. I got up, I ran errands, I saw family members I haven't seen, in a week or two. And it was a good day. I had a good Saturday. I got so many things accomplished. Like I said, I did my first initial podcast. And I also posted some pictures of my clothing line that I'm working on. I posted those pictures as well. I already had the outfit already, I did that last week, but got kind of lazy last week and didn't do what I was supposed to do. So I did it this week, and this weekend, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to sit in this house and, I'm just sick, woe is me. No, I'm going to get out there, I'm going to do what I got to do, right? I don't have no flu, I just got a cold, like it's just a cold. And so I just, taking the medicine and drinking the teas and just working on myself, but not just letting it just lay down and just take over me. And sometimes in life, we let our problems, we let situations that come up in our lives just take over us, right? And I know you've seen it because I see it. People just constantly talking about the same stuff. Oh, I'm just so sad. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to get. You got to stop. You got to change that. You got to change that mindset. You got to change those words you keep saying to yourself, because you are exactly who you say you are. You are what you say you are. If you're constantly saying, oh, I'm so stupid. Oh, I'm just so sad. Oh, I'm just so angry. You're going to be those exact things, right? You are, whether you believe it or not. And so I could have easily just laid in my bed all weekend and been like, you know what, I'm sick. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not doing it. I am sick. No, don't bother me. Leave me alone. I'm sick. I could have kept saying that, right? And I'd probably be in the bed right now, still saying the same stuff. I said, you know what? I'm not gonna let this get the best of me. You shouldn't let stuff get the best of you. I see people letting things get the best of them, and you don't have to. You have a choice. You got to change that mindset. You got to change that thinking. Stinking thinking will keep you stuck. So you have to change those. You have to change that story that you're telling yourself, right? If you want a different outcome, you have to change the story that you're telling yourself, and your life will change. I listened to a video yesterday. I think it was Lisa Nichols. I know it was Lisa Nichols, and it was on, I think, Goldcast. Like, did a remix of her speech that she was talking about. And when I heard it, literally tears came to my eyes, because I was stuck in my story, right? I was stuck in my story, and guess what? That my story ended, but I wanted to stay in it. And a lot of times when your story ends, you got to turn the page, right? You got to turn the page, because that story is over, and you have to go to the next page, the next story, right? And in order to do that, you have to turn the page, right? A lot of times we don't want to turn the page. That's why we stuck in our story. That's why we stuck in feeling sad and depressed and guilty and shame, because we stuck on one page. When there's a book, you have a whole book. You have a book. I don't know how big, how small, it depends on your life and what happened to you and what happened for you. And so a lot of times we get stuck on one page, right? In my life, stuff happened for me, and I didn't know what to do. I kept being stuck on that page. And all you got to do is turn the page. That's it. It's just that simple, right? But we don't want to do that, because this is familiar. This is what I know. I don't know what's on that next page. I don't know what's out there for me. I don't know. I'm scared. What happens when you turn the page? You got to turn the page. I turned the page and my life changed. I went to the next chapter and my life changed. It did, for the better, right? Imagine if I never turned the page. Imagine, where would I be? Stuck in that cycle, repeating the same lessons with different people, right? That's what I was doing until I turned the page. This chapter's over. Thank you. You taught me things. You showed me things. In that chapter, in that story, I found myself, right? I'm here. I'm still here, right? I'm still here to talk about it. This is my testimony. There can't be a testimony without a test, right? We're so upset. Life happens. People are going to leave. We're not here forever. People are going to come. People are going to go. You got to be okay with it. You got to. You just do. Not trying to sound nonchalant about it. Not that I don't care. I understand. And I get it. And before, I didn't. But now I do. And it means so much. Every day that I wake up, every encounter that I make with people means so much to me, right? I'm so focused. I'm so driven. I'm so happy. I found me, right? And I couldn't have done that had my story ended, right? Sometimes we keep repeating the story because we don't want it to end. We want to keep those same characters in the story that are meant to stay back there, not go where you're headed, right? Once you get that, once you realize that life is going to continue to happen for you, as sure as you live, right? You have to be okay with it. Whatever happens to you, whatever happens for you, you got to be okay with it. Once you get to that point, you'll constantly turn the page. You'll constantly turn the page. Just want to know, I'm so glad everything happened the way it did, because it was supposed to, right? When you know, you know. When you know, you know. I love life. I love me. And I love the good and the bad experiences. I wouldn't change it for the world. Thank you. I needed that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm so grateful. I'm so humble, right? But life had to happen for me in order for me to get to that point. Man, it's a great feeling. You got to uncover your purpose because it's in you. You have it. Uncover it. And sometimes that takes being alone with you. Some of us don't like being alone with ourselves because we don't like ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't appreciate ourselves. We don't care about ourselves. But you got to get to that point where you love yourself, you accept yourself, and you forgive you for you. That's all I have. That's all I got. I hope that's enough. Like, share, comment, all of that. I'm living, and I'm so glad I'm alive. Guess what? Every day is another chance. So, grateful, thankful. Like I always say at the end of my videos, I share these videos because I care and I want to be the change. I am the change. I am. Peace, love, and hair grease. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Till next time.